Welcome to today's episode, and with me today I have Richard Muller. Welcome, Richard.
Nice to meet you.
You as well, and thank you for jumping on the show with us. We are going to be talking a bit about the Turtles First project that we are working on in Costa Rica, and you, Richard, are the lead architect, the owner actually, of RM Architectural and Engineering in Costa Rica, and you have a very what would we say, a close eye on the project because you've been working on it for some time now with Arthur Warren, the developer. And what I thought we would talk about today is how a project like this can be not only an opportunity to be a great investment, but it can also be a way to get involved with projects, with investments that are really environmentally conscious and really have more to them than just the potential returns of an investment. So again, welcome. And Richard, could you just share a little bit about the project itself, just to give it some context of what the project is in Costa Rica?
Okay, the project it's a property right in front of Balas National Park in Playa Grande, and it's 2.85 hectares. Basically, the project is going to be 13 high-end homes and a beach club area and a back of the house area. Okay, it's the interesting part of this project is very environmentally oriented. And there are lots of factors that are being taken into consideration in the design to really make it an environmentally friendly project.
And what is it that makes this project and this location unique as it relates to the environment?
Well, number one, it's right in front of one of the world's most famous national parks where the Baula turtles come and breed, okay? I think that's a very important factor. And so we're being very sensitive to not disturbing that, not affecting that, and actually contributing to improving the conditions so that the park has remained completely untouched.
And these turtles, they're also known as the leatherback turtle?
They're the leatherback turtles.
They get huge, don't they?
They're some of the largest turtles in the world. Yes, they get very, very big.
Yeah,
yes.
Almost like practically like a Volkswagen Beetle or Bug.
Absolutely, yes. That's correct.
Yeah, wow. And so this project is right on the coast. There's a buffer. Can you describe that buffer that is created in front of this property?
Yeah, there's between the beach and the property, there's a buffer area, and that's part of the Baala National Park. It's completely untouchable, and it's a public area, and that protects really the turtles from people or lights or noise that could affect their breeding habits.
Okay, and so that must mean that the development of this particular project, like you said, we get to be sensitive to what sort of environmental impact it will have. Can you describe how you are creating certain opportunities to be able to help out the environment, to be able to be sensitive to the environment, and also be a really neat project that investors and owners can come and enjoy?
Right. For example, the lighting. We're going to use special lighting. It's not going to be oriented towards the beach so that it does not affect the turtles and they don't think it's, a star or something and misguides them. There's also going to be, it's an area where there's a very tough dry season. So we're going to do a lot of water management projects to be able to maximize the way we use the water. It's the gray water is going to be treated, the black water is going to be treated, it's going to be used as fertilizer once it's completely done in the process. The colors of the units, the houses are going to be earth tone colors so they also don't affect the environment. We're going to do, in the landscaping, we're going to come in and plant fruit trees and trees with flowers to bring birds back, monkey back, wildlife back in there. We're thinking of using recycled materials for the road infrastructure. Park all the vehicles at the entrance and then drive around in electrical golf carts to not have noise impact close to the beach. Cross ventilation to try to promote the non-use of air conditioning. And we'll have solar panels for all the electrical. So it's really minimizing the impact and in every way possible.
Okay, and when Arthur came to you with this project, now, first of all, you've got a team of, I think you said 10 architects on staff, and so
on staff, correct?
Yeah, so you definitely have a solid team going on down in Costa Rica. Could you describe what was the process when Arthur came to you with this idea, and what are some of the things? What is it that got you to where it's at right now, where you're working on some of the design elements to it and ensuring that it is environmentally safe and conscious and all of those things? Can you describe that process?
Yeah. Well, first of all, if you know Arthur, it was a pretty challenging concept, which I found very interesting. So one of the first things we did was,
when you say challenging, can you just describe what you mean by that?
Well, using new technologies, breaking the paradigms, and really analyzing every single aspect of nature and what we're doing. How does it impact? Does it not impact? What can we do for it not to impact? Okay, so we went beyond the normal architectural design that we usually do for a house. Okay, so we also put a team together. We have an infrastructure company participating. We think they're using recycled materials for roads, all the special lighting, how are we going to treat the black waters. We also have on the team a very good electromechanical firm that's going to work with all the processes of filtering the waters and how to reuse the water, rainwater harvesting systems, all the LED lighting, all the solar panels and how to heat water, what are the best forms of heating the water and storing the water. And we also have an advisor on hotel operations to really consider all the different elements that it takes to run a hotel type project. These are 80 rooms.
And just to be clear, so you had you originally said homes, but set up as a condo or a
as a condo hotel. Yes, mm-hmm. yes. You can rent either a room or 2 rooms or a complete house. You can have a chef come and cook over. We'll have a beach club area. We'll have a private restaurant for the clientele. Mm-hmm. And then we also have an interiors decorating company that's part of the team. So it's a very complete team.
The clientele that you typically work with, Arthur, I would say is my experience with Arthur is that he's very detail oriented and has a lot of great ideas because of his background. And what is your typical clientele? I think you mentioned that like 98% of the people you work with are from the States or outside of.
Are North Americans, the U.S. or Canada. Mm-hmm. We do a lot of beachfront and ocean community projects. We have done work all the way from Quepos, which is down south of Costa Rica, all the way up to Nicaragua. Before their crisis, we were going to start construction on 14 homes for the Auberge Hotel in Guacalito La Isla. That got stopped temporarily, but so we have specialized in coastal project designs. So we manage very well the placement of the house, the orientation, the views, the breezes, the cross ventilation, the tropical feel of the house. We also do part of the landscaping design, which is for me an intrinsic part of the whole concept and the whole design. Mm-hmm.
Got it. And you're going to be involved with this project from obviously from day one, but then all the way through until it's 100% completed. Right?
Completely, yes. We will also participate in the inspection part of the process, of the construction process, all the way to the end.
Okay, and when investors are investing outside of the U.S. or outside of the area that they might be comfortable wherever in North America, what are you finding is investors ask the question, well, I don't know if we really want to go invest in a developing world country. Is that what might you share that they could expect in an investment in Costa Rica, something like this?
Well, I think like in any country in the world, you have to do a very thorough due diligence. Okay. But Costa Rica is a pretty safe place. It's a very safe place to invest. There's bureaucracy to get permitting. But if you follow every step in the right moment, I think you're in a very safe position. And in terms of the return on your investment, I mean, we do many projects for people that are eventually wanting to retire in an ocean community or beachfront community, but they want to make some money while they get to the age of retirement. And really, rental homes in this country are just a fantastic business. I mean, there are local companies that will run them for you for a percentage, okay, and rent them out all year. I mean, I know Costa Rica is a very hot spot in terms of environment. That's why I think this project has that plus element. It's right in front of one of the world's most famous national parks. Yeah. And I think we're doing, with Arthur's guidelines, we're doing everything possible to really make it not interfere or interfere as little as possible. You cannot stop development. Develop the right way, develop the proper way, make it as friendly as possible, right? You can't stop development. I mean, populations keep growing and people want to, keep building.
Right.
So just do it in a responsible way.
Yeah, and in this case, it can, the net result could certainly be a benefit to the environment, especially with all of the things that Arthur and his team and your team are putting into the project to ensure that it's sustainable and that it also is beneficial to the entire area. Absolutely.
I think this project will end up being an example for other developments in those areas.
Yes, great. If people have questions or if they want to reach out to you, how might they get a hold of you?
Well, I think next week we'll have our webpage running again. We were just doing some redesign and some updating on it. That would be one way. And the other way right now would be my email, which is richard@rmaei.com.
Okay, richard@rmaei.com. And right. Your website, what's the address for your website?
I need to check that.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that you might be adjusting that.
Yes.
So yeah, for now, certainly if anybody has questions on this, they can reach me or certainly Richard at the email address is richard@rmaei.com.
Yes.
And Richard, we're gonna definitely stay in touch on this one. Looking forward to connecting with you again on one of our next episodes where we can get an update on how things are coming together on this unique project for the leatherback turtle, or a unique project that is conscious and supportive of the leatherback turtle in Costa Rica.
I'd love to update you, and thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Richard.